gosh, episode 7.
7.
It's like that Monica thing. Isn't that how she ends the 7 Roger? 7. Yes, I hope you all feel that good about episode 777.
Yes. Sent from heaven, heaven, heaven.
Welcome to the show. How's Sarah?
Sarah's good. Things are back to normal. You know, we've kind of like cooling down from them. And I want a little bit of the typical.
Just the routine.
The routine. That's kind of what the new year brings.
I still haven't chosen my theme, but I did want to tell you that I have a couple goals, and I think both of them are funny. So I wanted to share them with you. Okay, I want to do 1 pull-up.
That's a very big goal. The percentage of people who can actually do that is very low. I can't do one.
Well,
that's
if we
really
never
good.
try, we could assume we could do them.
Right.
Maybe you could, Sarah.
What else?
Trust
me, I cannot. I know I cannot. I have made the attempts. But your goal maybe will inspire me, so I love this.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so just 1 pull-up, and then to write, and I'm dead serious, even though it's funny, to write my one-hit wonder.
I think these are great goals. These are very doable goals.
Now, I can't tell you if it'll become a one-hit wonder, but I'm going to write the song that I intend to be a one-hit wonder.
This is great. Do we have a theme? Are we going in a certain direction? Is it? Are we going like?
Well, we were making I'm doing this scientifically. I'm reading books about them, and because I figure there's kind of a formula to what makes for a great. One thing I know is there will be choreography. Cupid Shuffle, Macarena,
is this my
Electric Slide.
Is this my gift? I know my birthday's coming up, but
yeah, you could even contribute. If you have moves that you want.
Yes. My favorite thing in the whole world is an instructional dance song.
I know.
When I'm out on the dance floor.
Yes.
Hello, it's my favorite. All my top 5 songs include this.
So that's definitely one ingredient. And then the song cannot be about anything. It cannot have a meaning or any depth whatsoever. It has to almost not even make any. Exactly. You gotta know it. It's electric. Boogie woogie. Nothing.
Boogie,
There's nothing there.
Right.
Who let the dogs out? Nobody.
Nobody.
See what I mean?
Okay, this is great. And I just heard Daddy Yankee is retiring, so from the music industry, and he kind of, people are going to say he doesn't have one-hit wonders, but Baha Men, they didn't know, he kind of fits in that. He found Jesus, so he's like, I'm out. He had a bunch of
He was in the
songs.
Baha Men?
No. He was just in that.
He was a Baha Man?
No. He was somebody who would write songs that I felt fit into that category of you dance at weddings to them.
What's his name?
So I'm just saying there's an opening. Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, what's his name? Daddy. I'm going to look up. I'm dead serious. I'm treating this like an actual
Yeah, she's like, okay,
side
can you
hustle.
spell that? Is that, DADDI or Y?
So those are my 2 goals, and I'll keep you posted on the theme.
Those are great.
Yeah, thank you.
The first thing I was thinking, is this we need a Thanksgiving song, and you're going to write the Thanksgiving song?
I think that's definitely on the table.
I also,
get it?
Well, it's funny because the next thing I was going to say, but it was a 4th of July song that somehow included wieners or hot dogs, which also table would have worked there too.
Do you think that holiday?
In my mind, I feel like the song somehow wiener sandwiches are involved.
I love it. I'm going to put that down because who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what could happen? I just got
now.
I was writing fan fiction in my head, and somehow wiener sandwiches are.
It could definitely work because, it's sort of a double entendre.
Right.
It's a euphemism, people.
And
we're not
we love
actually talking
something
about
where we're singing that and none of the kids get it, but they're like, hot dogs. Yeah.
Okay, but anybody that has any input, I welcome it. I'm going to like crowdsource it, but basically this is happening.
Do you have a favorite one-hit wonder?
You know, I should really have an answer for that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. My mind goes to Lime and the Coconut. Put the lime.
Who is the artist?
Harry Belafonte.
Because I know Harry Nilsson. Harry Nilsson sings it, but he didn't write it. I don't think.
I wouldn't know that, but it feels like that's a one-hit wonder song, but I could be wrong.
Right, because it's definitely in keeping with
Harry
the
Nilsson,
absurd.
you're right. Yeah.
Oh, then that's not a one-hit wonder.
Oh, it's not. He wrote a lot of songs.
No, yeah, he's like the Beatles' favorite artist.
Oh my God. Okay, see, this is the problem. We got to figure out what our favorite one-hit.
It's not crazy to think that because the subject matter seems like a one-hit wonder.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe
great song.
They're basically all. Am I just naming island songs?
One-hit wonder.
I'm like, all of these are like Baja Men. Is this what happens when I go? She goes to Mexico one time.
Yeah, get your mind off the island, girl.
Right.
That is so funny. Well, an Electric Slide
here.
was sung by a woman from Jamaica. That's why she has that sort of like Call Me Now situation going on. If you listen to it.
Oh. I didn't know that. The Electric Slide?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Think about it. Yeah. Anyway, that's definitely up there for me.
Because these are all wedding songs. These are like wedding dance songs. They're all songs you want to dance to.
Okay.
I love this for you. I love this.
I love this for all of us.
We're putting it out in the universe. I love this for all of us. Yes.
Something else that I love for all of us is Ritual vitamins.
Always.
I love it because it's such a great routine, or ritual, if you will, to get into if you want a little habit that you can begin in the year that will make you feel like, hey, I'm doing good stuff. I'm making good choices.
I actually now don't know what it's like to not take daily vitamins.
Right. That is so true. We've been working with them for so long, and it's so remarkable.
Like I added it to my medical chart. You know, you get to like add, what else do you take?
Yeah.
These are your meds, and these are like the supplements you take.
Yeah.
I put it on there, and they go, are you still taking your Ritual vitamins? Well, they don't say Ritual. They just say, are you still taking your daily vitamins? Yes, I do.
Well, and for a lot of people, getting older means getting crappy skin. We thought that was over when we were teenagers. Boy, were we wrong. Hyacera is a once daily skin support supplement that they make that has 2 clinically proven ingredients to reduce wrinkles and fine lines. Yes, please. I'll have what she's having. Yeah. I love their products. I love their protein powder, their multivitamin, Hyacera, all that jazz. Reduce wrinkles without compromising on clean science. Hyacera from Ritual is a skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 40% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/braincandy. This offer is only available through January 31st. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/braincandy for 40% off. What a great little New Year's deal.
I love it.
Okay. Let's see. What?
I just did a quick search of like famous one-hit wonders. Mm-hmm. Take Me On, Come On Eileen, Tainted Love, Spirit in the Sky. I would disagree with a lot of these.
How can you disagree with the fact?
Okay. Well, no, but I mean, don't you think some of these, there were, okay, some of these, Sinead O'Connor had other hits. Nothing Compares to You. Didn't she have other songs that were good?
Name one.
I don't know. I see what you mean.
Yeah, and let's face it, Dexy's Midnight Runners, no, they did not. Aha, no.
You know what? You're right. You're 100%. Would you say Men at Work, Land Down Under is a one-hit wonder?
I used to think that, but they say, who can it be now?
Right. That album, and I think of that whole album is great.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a 2-hit wonder and stuff like that, where they have a couple hits. And you know what's funny? that lead singer guy from Smash Mouth that is RIPing, he would get very defensive when people would call them one-hit wonders because they had like maybe 4 or 5.
Right.
And I guess it would really, grind your gears if you like had several hits and people are equating you with the Macarena.
Because it is kind of like a genre of music. It almost feels like one-hit wonders aren't. That's why I named band. I was like, yeah, probably that. Because, it's like that. Like...
Well, it bums me up that the most successful one of all time is that Psy Gangnam Style.
Oh, this makes sense.
That is your favorite. I wish that Skilo.
Yes.
That's a one-hit wonder.
Correct. That's definitely a one-hit wonder.
You love one-hit wonders.
I do love one-hit wonders. The Monster Mash is on here, which I saw a whole thing about how the Monster Mash is about the song The Monster Mash, but is not the actual song The Monster Mash. We actually have never heard, nor do we know what that song even sounds like.
What are you saying?
That if you read the lyrics to The Monster Mash, the song The Monster Mash is only about a song called The Monster Mash where they're describing what it was like to listen to everybody do the Monster Mash.
They did it.
And they did it. This is not it.
But what did they do? Right.
We don't even fucking know.
Maybe that could be my one-hit wonder, is like
this is the
origin
Mash
story.
Yeah. This is the mash.
That's what we'll call it.
This is the mash. Right. We're on to something.
That's
We're on to
so
something.
Funny.
It's a part 2.
Right.
People love a part 2.
I was just telling Sarah, we need to cool it. Because, like, we don't talk enough. So then our episodes become just like what would happen if we went out drinking. And then I got to edit all this shit out that nobody cares about.
No, leave. This is gold.
No, it's gold to you. It's gold, Jerry. Okay. I'm going to move on. Okay. Speaking of Jerry, great segue, actually. Are you familiar with the Seinfeld joke and joke otherwise of the dingo stole my baby?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes. A dingo stole my baby. That even Saturday Night Live used it. I heard it was based on an actual story of a woman who claimed that somebody,
the dingo
like a dingo,
ate my
stole her baby.
Yes. And I guess I just had to keep more Australian content going because that is where dingoes live and that is where this woman lives. And there is a documentary out about her. Her name is Lindy Chamberlain. And a dingo actually did eat her baby. Okay. So it's like the saddest story of all time. Yeah. She and her family. Oh my God,
Susie, I did not think that's what you were going to say. We are fucked up for all making this joke.
Totally fucked up. Like collectively, global joke.
Little Jessica fell in the well kind of thing, but like she gets out and everything's okay.
Ending.
I honestly, in my mind, the story was this was like an inside job kidnapping thing, and she blamed it on the dingo, but it was really like, I don't know, a child support like custody battle.
Well, the reason you probably think that is because she ended up being convicted of murder when it really was a dingo.
No!
Yes! Can you believe? Now
That's
imagine
really fucked up.
This is so sad.
This is messed up when like these stories become like urban legends. They get twisted around, and these are like real people with real consequences behind it. I have guilt.
Well, yeah, I understand. But you didn't know.
Oh, well, I know, but this is we people need to know.
Yeah. So here's the story. She had 3 kids. She had just had this baby. It was only 2 months old, and her family packed up and went camping at Ayers Rock in Australia. And it's like a bunch of people camp in tents and whatever.
Yeah, of course.
And her kids were all asleep in the tent, and then she just walked over and was talking to some other campers and whatever.
Right, like you do.
And then
like my mom's done a million times with all of us.
Yeah. And then they heard the baby cry, and so she went to go to her baby. And then as she approached the tent, she sees a dingo exiting the tent and like shake its head, but doesn't realize it's eaten or stolen this baby.
Right.
And so she goes in the tent, her baby's gone. And that's when she yells out, the dingo took my baby, which has become the joke. And, then they try to find whatever, it's over. The baby's gone. It's in the dingo's tummy. And, what they described in the documentary was that two things played a role in this public's perception that she must have done something sinister and this was all just a cover up, like the dingo is innocent, which is that, number one, she was a Seventh-day Adventist, which is a Christian sect that, is a minority. And so they are somewhat odd, but I can't imagine that being some big deal. But maybe at that time it was. This was like 78 or something. And secondly, that she didn't react in a way that you would imagine you would if a dog stole and ate your baby. And she just said that, like, that's just not who she is. She's not like a hysterical type of reactor.
Right,
she goes more of like flat.
Internal. Yeah.
But it does feel very like what worse crime can a woman commit than being like a bad mom, right?
Right.
And but the documentary is so compelling because it shows how the media sort of added to it, and the way that they would, like, if you just looked at the interview in its entirety, you would see a woman who was very devastated and emotional about her baby. But then they would be like, cut, if you're going to cry, we're going to have to start over. And every time she'd cry, they would start it over. And so, like, the seventh take is the one they'd use where she was just not crying anymore because she was told they couldn't.
My God.
Stuff like that.
This is really sad.
So sad. And she went to jail.
Like, what do you... Oh, my God. Because of editing.
Yeah, and just because it sort of spiraled and it kept growing. And then, like, it was these crazy, like, it was a ritual sacrifice. She's a Satanist, whatever.
No, that's not even what Seventh-day Adventists don't even do that shit.
But it's like the thing that they say women are, witches or whatever, whenever we're different or...
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. So the documentary's on Prime Video, and it's something, Trial in the Outback, Lindy Chamberlain story or something like that.
Oh, my God. This is fascinating and devastating all at the same time. And something that, like, exists in, like, the pop culture...
But why did it become a joke?
Outback of my mind. There was just a bunch of things made reference to it. Anything that was Australian,
I know,
would be like a while. I remember a time period where my brothers and I would just say that a bunch. A dingo ate my baby. And we just said it over and over. Like, what the hell is that? Not knowing. I feel like this is in the same time period in my mind, and I don't know, maybe in reality, as the woman who had coffee spilt on her lap, like McDonald's woman, and how this, like, I don't know, the early viral stuff. It was like viral before things were viral.
Isn't it interesting that in that case, the woman was accused of overreacting?
Right.
Right? That, you spilled hot coffee and you're going to sue McDonald's for millions. Right. And then Lindy didn't react enough.
So we don't like how if a woman responds in the wrong way.
Yeah. Right.
Like, it must be something wrong. Let's burn her at the stake.
Mm-hmm. And
that McDonald's thing was really devastating and awful. And people don't know the whole story. And we joke about it all the time.
Yeah. Well, because it was used as an example of a culture of being overly litigious and just suing to take advantage.
Yeah.
But then even since it's sort of been corrected, that everyone's like, no, like, she really could have died.
Right. It's still
and the
mocked
burns
and
were
still
disfiguring.
Like, figure, like, oh, I can't even think about it. It gives me, ugh. Yeah. But yeah, this poor woman, I can't imagine you're on a camping trip and like.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
But ultimately she was redeemed. So
okay. Thank
and
God.
she seems like a delight. I just think she is so cool and like steady. And
how long was she in there?
I think 5 years, maybe.
Oh my!
Like
and you have other children.
Yeah, she ended up having 3 kids because then she had a baby like she went into jail when she was like 8 months pregnant with her 4th.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's crazy.
I hope she's. Oh my! I don't know. I hope good things happen to her. And I don't know what that. Oh.
A good thing that can happen to anyone is therapy, and this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We love you,
BetterHelp. Eli and I use BetterHelp, and we absolutely love going to couples therapy. We look forward to it every single week. We love our therapist. So nice. It is so fun.
And I mean, I know a lot of couples that could use it, frankly.
Right. And here's the thing.
The ones that aren't going.
You don't even need to go if everything is it's not like, oh, everything's terrible and we have to go to therapy. It's like we use therapy as a way to better understand each other, get on the same page about things, and like, I don't know, talk about hard stuff. It's the best.
It's the best. And what a great thing you could do for yourself and your family in the new year is to work that shiza out.
Yes.
And it's so convenient because you can do it from wherever you are, your device and your house, your office, wherever you are. Give it a try. They have experts in every area. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit BetterHelp.com/BrainCandy today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BrainCandy. Okay, so then I think that Dingo story kind of stood out to me too because I'm simultaneously watching this series on Max called Murder in Boston. And it is the story of a couple in I think it was the 80s, early 80s, who the woman was pregnant and she was killed and her husband was shot in like a carjacking, an alleged carjacking. And he described the carjacker as a black man in a black tracksuit. It turned out that he was the one that did it. He killed his wife and then he shot himself in a non-lethal way to survive.
Oh!
Right?
What a fucker.
Right? And then to be like, yeah, it was the black guy and he was wearing a black suit, a tracksuit, like every single black guy in the world at that time in the 80s. Right. And so then
anybody with good taste at that time.
Right. And they went looking for this guy and they were going to find him. And I found it so the reason why they tie together those two film series is because of the sort of idea of wrongful accusations and what can happen when the media or culture or whatever
get to write the narrative.
Yeah.
That's
scary.
It's very scary. Don't you feel like that, even being on reality television, that we are lucky that they choose to edit us certain ways, and sometimes unlucky that they choose to edit us certain ways? But you can pick somebody's best or worst, and you throw different sound clips on there. You throw a different audio on it. You I don't know, do a different intro. You write the headline in a different way. And it makes an innocent party look guilty and vice versa. Yeah,
and the guy that's created that lie, I mean, he's just leaning into existing cultural divisions and racism and all kinds of bias. And I thought it was so interesting that people that lived in it was in Boston, people that lived in that area at the time are interviewed, and they're talking about how, like, we all knew that this was BS because, like, white people like to imagine that there's, like, it's just lawless, anarchic, whatever. But they're like, we have a code of ethics. You do not kill a white pregnant lady unless you want to go to jail forever.
Right. Yes. Right.
Because they are going to find you and they are going to kill you.
I think Dave Chappelle has a joke about that where he says every black man is like certified in all the laws and like everything. Somebody like jumps out of the bush and says, "Don't do that. That's 5 to 10." And
right, because let's say it's like what the guy claimed, a robbery or carjacking robbery.
Yes, they know the laws and the penalties.
Well, they want the money, whatever they need to do,
right.
But what is the motive?
Right. What's the motive? That doesn't make any sense. Right.
It makes no sense. And they all knew it, but it doesn't matter because the police need to find someone to blame for this thing.
And then the police just go, "Oh, look, we did it." They get to like do very little work and are, also happy.
And they have a real incentive to.
God. Yes. There's a really great series that was on I think it's called The Judge with Bryan Cranston. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he played a judge whose son commits vehicular homicide. And then this is what happens. And it deals with all of that. And it was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend.
It scares me. You know how
it should.
Yeah. Because you know how your thing is about like not being believed?
Right.
It's that times a million. Like if you're like, no, I didn't do that. It doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter. Please.
But it's good. It's really interesting.
Baby gets eaten by a dog. Could you imagine? You're dealing with the grief and the trauma of that and simultaneously being, you know what would happen? I would be so beat down from that loss that I wouldn't have the energy to properly defend myself. And
she said that, but she said
be of sound mind to like fight my own fight and battle in that.
For her, it lasted a few days. For me, it would be like the whole forever. Because she was just like, for the first few days, I was just like, I don't care anymore. But she had other kids, and I do think that, makes a huge difference.
Some protective factors there. Right. You just
those are both really great and worth watching. Okay, let's talk about the NASA logo. There was a New York Times article that was talking about the worm version, the one that's like, looks like NASA written in like kind of a wormy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see all this. Yep.
Okay, so there's the one that's on a lot of shirts. Okay. Yes. But that's not their official one. Their official one is the one that's like kind of got stars and like it's a circle. They call it the meatball. That's the meatball, the circle. Okay. And then the red one below it is the worm.
Oh, the one that kind of looks like a Vans logo is the one that you're saying is like the wormy one, just the red writing.
Just red writing, nothing else.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Vans logo. Yeah, very minimalist. Right. But this is their official one.
Times, they did a story on it, and it was talking about how the worm endures even though NASA dumped it more than 30 years ago. And then
because this logo is doing too much.
The meatball,
way too much.
Well, so
too much.
You like the simple, just letters. Me too.
What do you do? This is like if Disney. This is like Star Tours. Lightspeed to Endor. Right here. Right. What's happening?
And like
this is like if the past designed the future. When like this. Oh yeah, probably.
No, go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
When like the future is the future, like the Jetsons, all like that mid-mod kind of when we were in the space race and everything, and they were envisioning the future. This looks more retro than the other one.
Yeah, the meatball was the original, and they wanted it to look like, and I do understand this because it does do that job, and it's to look like another government agency, like an official agency. I
don't think it does that.
Well, because if you think about like the military and they all have these sort of like boring, like almost like administrative type logos.
Yeah.
Like, even think about the IRS, that dumb logo that comes on all the mail I constantly get and I'm afraid to open.
I see. It does have a style. It almost feels, like it belongs on a flag.
Yes. Right. Like, this is a very official and important
Yeah, and you know what? The other one
institution.
doesn't belong on a flag, even though it looks cooler. It belongs on a like a sticker or logo on your chest, like a name tag kind of thing.
Well, and they rightly pointed out how the worm one, they've finally put back into rotation and even included it on one of the SpaceX rockets. And how great it is because you can recognize it from a distance.
Yes.
You know what it
cool.
is. It looks cool. The A's don't have the crossbar, and so they look like rocket noses.
Yes.
It's great.
It's the best logo. We're good.
They canceled it, though, man. Like, it had a real problem for a minute.
Well,
People
I say
didn't
bring
like
it back.
it, Sarah.
I'm with everybody. Yeah, I see now. I just Googled like U.S. military Army logos, and it does have that same look.
Yeah, but some people felt that the worm was sterile and soulless.
I say it's more aerodynamic and minimalist and like space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vast
and empty.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I agree.
Not much going on.
Well, Bush brought the meatball back. He was like, we need that old-timey, like, Space Force intergalactic meatball.
I can't even believe we're saying Space Force with a straight face. I mean, I really do think it sounds like the most ridiculous. Like, this is an episode of... This is a TV show. This is...
Punk.
I saw this on Netflix.
I hear you. But it's real,
with Steve
Sarah.
Carell.
It's a real agency.
He was in it. I refused to pledge my allegiance to Space Force. I'm sorry. I'm denying its legitimacy and everything. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what is stylish and can be minimalist or maximalist, and that is Pear Eyewear.
Absolutely. And this you can use no matter where you are, on Earth or in outer space.
Right, because it basically morphs into whatever. You need sunglasses?
Yes.
Put those babies right on. You want flare? Coming right up. You want classic?
Right. They probably have a space theme one.
Oh my gosh. They should collab with NASA.
Oh my God.
I would buy that in a second.
In a second. Oh, that would look cool. I can already see it.
If you're listening.
Yeah.
We have an idea for your suggestion box. Yes. Start the new year with some good old-fashioned vision and looking cute doing it because they have the base frames, like I said. Then they have the magnetic toppers you put right on there, snap right on. So you can match with your outfit or the holiday or whatever's happening in your life or to block out the sun's harsh
just
ways.
go indoor to outdoor. Just boop, boop.
Indoor
click them right on. Throw them right on over, drive in the car, keep them right in there in that little sunglass holder. Good to go.
I mean, come on. Visualize a fantastic new year with Pear Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com and use code BrainCandy for 15% off your first pair. And support the show by mentioning that Brain Candy sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code BrainCandy.
I always said I was jealous of people who had glasses, and now I'm getting to the point where I need them. So, here we go.
Man, it's a sad story. I was thinking about how early on in Brain Candy, we had a conversation based on an article about how, like, as we just described, eyewear is seen as like a fashion statement. Yeah. Some people wear them that don't even need glasses, Right. And that same feeling never happened for hearing aids.
Yes. Yeah.
And so there's more of a stigma. And so then old people don't want to use them because they think they look like gross.
That's changing a little bit.
A little, you think? I hope so.
Well, because I was influenced enough on social media to actually buy the noise reducing headphones that you wear all the time, that the ones that go in your ear.
Yeah.
And they have them in cool colors, and they're very visible.
Oh,
They
okay.
almost look like maybe what a inner ear hearing aid would look like.
Okay. Well, I hope that the hearing aid industry, which is booming, by the way, now that you can get them over the counter and you don't need a prescription for them.
That's awesome.
The industry's growing, and I hope they make like super cute ones, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, I got a new pair." A new. I
hope insurance does a better job helping out people who need them.
Yeah, because let me tell you, if you're a person who's had hearing loss, you're annoying everyone around you by not getting a hearing aid. Like, you people, I want to wring their necks, like, because it's rude.
Just do it. Yeah. Do it.
They can't hear anything, and they just are fine with it. We're not fine with it. So don't ever let me be one of these people.
I won't. I will right away. I'll be like, Suze, the signs are there. Time. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
This is no shame, no stigma. No. It's totally fine. Please. We're only at 50% with Eli over here. I got to keep all the hearing for all the people.
Right.
Like,
wait, why doesn't he have a hearing aid?
Well, because
is it totally deaf?
He does have the option of having one that will pick up sound in the right ear and transfer it to his left ear, but that would be a lot, and he has been so used to not having that so he doesn't.
What
use
percent?
It. They don't.
What percent does he have in there?
0.
Okay, right.
0
That's what
doesn't work. Right.
Okay.
You have little hairs that help pick up the sound, and he doesn't have those hairs. Yeah.
Never had them?
Never had them.
It's not degenerative. It was just like from birth.
But it is degenerative in his family. Like where his dad had fewer, and then his brothers, like oldest to youngest, it gets progressively worse. And you got to walk on the left side of all of them in the family. And Eli's
is really bizarre and fascinating.
It's fascinating. And so hearing is something that is a popular topic over here, and we're always like interested in like making sure that that's something that he takes care of. And I tell him he's got to use like earplugs when he goes in the water and stuff, like protect those babies, and
okay, good. I'm glad he has you.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta do my job over here.
Since we're like kind of on the subject of like aging and all that.
Yeah.
This is a genuine question. I'm not being silly. I just
got it.
Don't know how to say it without sounding a bit insensitive, but I don't mean to. Okay. Did you see any of the footage from the beautiful memorial service that they had for Rosalind Carter? Jimmy Carter's wife.
Yes. Is this the one that a lot of the presidents attended, and as they all do?
The
Trump
first
did not come to.
First ladies.
But the first, yes.
Yeah,
I did
the first
see
ladies
that.
were there.
Yes.
Did you see Jimmy? Well, okay. So Jimmy, I love with all my heart. Just the best. Salt of the earth, greatest guy in the world. 99 years old. He was married to Rosalind for 77 years.
Wow!
I mean, practically at Fred Rogers' level of sainthood, okay?
Yeah.
And he has been convalescing for the last year. He's been in hospice care at home, but for a whole year, but he basically is choosing no life extending things,
measures,
interventions, just comfort. And they wheeled him in. It was so beautiful. But he has that thing that happens when people are very close to death, where their mouth won't shut. Okay? And it basically kind of looks like almost spooky, like haunted situation.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to know why that happens.
I honestly don't. I almost feel like it's a medication side effect.
Okay, because I thought maybe it was just a musculature deterioration.
I think it might be a side effect of medication. Something like that, because a lot of times the excessive saliva, things that those are side effects.
Why would a medicine not let you close your mouth?
I honestly, I have no idea.
Okay.
Now I'm very interested in finding out.
I know. And like, what are you going to Google? I mean, that's why I'm at a loss here, because I'm like, if there are doctors in the house, please let me know.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the only evidence that it's like, in terms of him, he looks like Jimmy. He's so cute. I love him. But then I'm like, why is his mouth like that?
Okay, let's see. I mean, maybe it's medications that cause dry mouth or something like that.
I'm telling you, if you saw it, you would know it's not that. It's like
interesting.
incapable.
We're gonna need a dentist or somebody to.
Because I watched this New Yorker short film about this guy that's a rock
issues, breathing hard.
Do you know what it looks like? Can you picture it?
Yes, 100%. That's why I'm like, maybe I'm thinking about the times I've been really sick and been like,
right. Okay.
And you almost have to breathe with your mouth open because like,
I hear you.
And like, maybe it's like a respiratory or something that has to do with the sinuses. And
thank you for these theories. I love that you engage my queries.
I always will. And like you said, curiosity. We're just being curious and
because I know that, you know how like the vocal cords are a muscle, and that's why people start to sound like old people, because the muscles in in that area get weaker. And so I thought, well, maybe that jaw, but I'll tell you what, Dick Van Dyke's 98 and his jaw is normal. So it might be medication or...
I really think that's what I'm leaning towards. When it's a strange, like...
Because when they're healthy,
muscular thing. Right. And that's my gut.
Okay. Thank you for your
That's a side
input.
effect. Yeah.
I know it's a weird question, but that's what we do around here.
Because there are a whole bunch of them with like cognitive disorders that then start people like doing weird things with their mouth, like the mouth movements that you see, or like weird shuffling movements with their feet, or all of those things are side effects of like, medication.
Well, because what made me think of it was, like I said, I was watching this New Yorker short film about this guy that's in a rock and roll band, and he's been singing rock forever. And he decided after his mom got dementia, he realized how important like nursing home care is and all that. Yeah. And so he started singing at these nursing homes, and it's so cute. And I just love him. He seems like his heart's in it, and he is just giving it his all. And he's a doll to all these older folks. But there are so many of them that you look at them and you think, I understand aging and even medical conditions, but it just seems like there's more going on that I don't understand. Like why they seem like nobody's home, or
I think a lot of this is what you're seeing is like first generation antipsychotics, not in like but when we're dealing with dementia and stuff where they put that, maybe the medication that they put them on, like certain things, these first generation medications, like now we're getting better as new meds come out that are more targeted to the area of the brain or area of the body that is impacted by the disease or disorder. Mm-hmm. Before, it was like, we know it's this area. Let's just do some stuff that affects this area. And that was...
And all it does is just make them tranquilized.
And it'll be like, okay, yeah, it'll affect this, but it'll also have this like, because it's such a larger area that it's affecting, or it's not as targeted, it comes with all these side effects. So the more, as each generation new medication comes out, things get more specific. We get more targeted with the areas. They fine tune them. And this is what I hear about first generation, like,
I give him so much credit though, Sarah, because
antipsychotics. Yeah.
It is not an easy job to sort of, you basically have to turn off the part of you as a performer that cares what the audience thinks, because most of them are not engaged in it, like any traditional way that you could say, oh, they love this. Maybe they do, but you just you're not getting that same feedback that you would from a typical audience. And so that guy just has to plow through and be like, let's keep going.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah, that is.
And I'm sure that, he gets a lot out of it and stuff, but I really admire people like that because that's hard.
I am seeing this wave of younger people who recognize the need to connect with the elderly and aging population. And I just saw this one story about a young guy who like moved into a nursing home, and he's like, I live here and I love them and I hang out with them and these are all my friends. And he says it benefits them. It benefits me. It's really, I do think that there needs to be more connection between different generations, and it'll help us respect the aging community more. And younger kids do get this in a different way.
Mm-hmm. I do. I've seen that like cross-generational connections are more common now, which God bless them.
God bless them. It's like, all the young hipster kids who like want to learn how to crochet and knit. Like,
yeah, right.
I love it. This is fabulous.
Well, something that lots of doctors recommend is Nutrafol if you want to grow your hair. So we can all get excited about that, no matter what your age is.
Susie, you made me realize something last time we were doing a commercial for this. You said thicker hair. Sometimes we think about that as like, oh, more hair. But the strand itself, the strength of the hair, this is my new like focus and commitment and journey with my hair is increasing the strength of the strand so that I could grow it longer. It will not be able to grow long if you have weak hair.
Yeah, right. And this is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement for thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Come on.
That's it. I told Eli the amount of shedding that I see, because I usually make a little ball after the shower. It is gone way down in size.
Right. I'm telling you, this is where it's at. And if you have like hormonal changes, a pregnancy, or what I had, which is a tragedy at the salon. Oh, I was just thinking, and this sounds really maybe petty or what's the word, like not a big deal. But I was thinking about how since that happened, which was almost 2 years ago, I almost never post pictures anymore. And that part of it is that like, you, even if nobody else would notice, you feel like self-conscious.
Oh, yeah. You don't need to worry about that.
No, it is so dumb, and I hate it.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that you feel that way, but I'm so glad your hair is back.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing, and that top 6 inches is healthy and strong and thick. Start your hair growth journey today by taking Nutrafol's Hair Wellness Quiz. Get your personalized hair health plan today. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping at Nutrafol.com/quiz when you enter the promo code BRAINCANDY. Take the quiz. Get started on reaching your hair wellness goals with Nutrafol today. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com/quiz, promo code BRAINCANDY. That's Nutrafol.com/quiz, promo code BRAINCANDY. Okay. Thanks I love that we can talk about anything here, and it's,
Oh, always.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It's like pretty special.
Well,
okay. Oh my God.
This is the no shame zone. Yes.
This is just a small thing, but your best friend that wants to never die, Brian Johnson, that has a young penis now.
the penis of an 18-year-old. Jesus Christ. When you said my best friend, I was like, oh no, who do I have to defend? I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. Okay. Right. Okay. Go ahead.
Just to refresh everyone's memory, this is the tech guy that made Braintree, who then decided he wanted to live forever and has what he claims is like a young penis now.
We are not best friends, let the record show. Okay, just in case anybody's still wondering. They're like, what?
Vanity Fair did an article.
Susie was best friends.
I mean, basically, what the least surprising sort of story of all time, which is that this is a complete a-hole who has had to settle a lawsuit from his ex-fiance, who said he tried to control her and like was a complete psychopath. And the point of the article in the end, you know how like when you read those final paragraphs, you get like, oh, that was the point.
Oh,
it's just how like the media gets so enamored with these guys and like myth making and telling this story of like these geniuses that they don't mention, oh, by the way, there's this lawsuit and here's the things that she claims and all that jazz.
You know, the only person they do that for is the Thanos woman because it's a woman.
Right, Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah,
but
this
is, believe it or not, one of the worst parts of the article is that he is now dating because obviously they broke up.
18-year-olds.
Here are two things that he says in his like bio.
Oh my God!
He requires from a partner
scheduled.
sex.
My God! I love this. Okay, sex.
Scheduled sex. So, like, we're doing it this day and this time, and that's the way it is.
Okay.
And, quote, you are, so he's not even, like, typing the whole thing out. You're not my number one priority. This is in his dating bio. Like, just so you know, if you're going to date me, I'm doing it to get laid. Get a hooker, dude.
Yeah.
Don't get tangled up in some poor lady's life.
What dating profile is he on? Or dating app is he on?
Good question. It actually didn't say, but that would have been helpful to avoid.
Yeah, because like, ew.
He's basically, it's one thing to be like, this
is gross. You know what? I hate it all.
Yeah, I hate how we keep talking about him.
I know.
We should really stop.
Is essentially like... Every girl, I hope every woman with him takes full advantage of him. And I don't mean
do that
in a sexual way. I don't mean like that. I mean, if he wants to say things like, I am not the top priority and you have to be, but whatever it is. I hope that she comes with her own list of requirements and gets everything.
Well, she's not getting anything because the last one he dumped because she got cancer.
Oh!
He said, you have a net negative benefit to me. Negative. You're too much like an asshole.
I didn't think he could get any worse, but turns out. Oh, he's the fucking worst.
I'm
going to actually read that Vanity Fair article.
It's a doozy.
Yeah, I want to read that.
I love that you're obsessed with him, and
I know
that he's your enemy.
These kind of guys are who I love to hate. Bezos falls in the same category. I don't know what it is about rich assholes who get away with shit, who probably have tiny dicks, that I just hate.
Mm-hmm. I love that you hate it.
Yeah. And I use that word and I mean it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to choose what I want to cover next. Do you want to know about the naming of apartment buildings or the Senate staffer that was caught banging in the Judiciary Committee hearing room?
Oh, I saw that. I saw that one. Let's talk about that one.
Apartment buildings or... Oh, yeah. Which one do you want?
I want to know about banging.
Okay. Did you watch the video?
No.
I'll wait.
Yes. BRB watching some porn. I wasn't kidding when I said BRB going to watch porn.
It's porn.
Okay. This... Whoa.
Sarah.
Oh. Here's things I know after watching 5 seconds of that video. 1, this is not the first time this has happened. 2, there is a community of White House loving porn pervs.
Having.
Yeah.
The craziest thing is this video that Sarah just watched. It's very short, but it packs a punch. And
so many of those words are double entendre. It's like, that's not the only thing he's packing.
I was shocked. I was clutching my pearls.
There are jock straps. There are
it is like
harnesses and like it is.
You see a lot of things.
Oh, God bless America.
Okay, so it's not the craziest. One of the crazy things about it is that this doofus, who is a Senate staffer, getting it up the old, you know what?
Yep.
He posted it to his close friend's Instagram. Gay men have a whole different scenario in the close friends than we do.
This is not the kind of thing we are posting at that level. I one time maybe had some hands over the boobs, but that is it.
For real, Sarah.
Wow.
This guy put this
in
his
Instagram. Save it for
OnlyFans.
What are you doing?
What are you
charged
doing?
For this? This seems like part of getting caught is his kink.
I guess so, but
I mean,
you would think then
voyeurism.
That he would double down, but he's not. He claims it wasn't him. He was like, "What? I don't know what you mean. I have been through a lot this week."
No.
Yeah, he's like acting like the victim, even though he is on the table where Sotomayor was like questioned by.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Before she became a Supreme Court justice, this is where they do the questioning.
This makes me now that anytime you go on a tour anywhere, don't think, "Oh wow, what historical things happen here." Think, "I wonder who banged here," because guess what? Somebody did. If you're visiting the old Liberty Bell, somebody fucked looking at that Liberty Bell. If you are like taking in a view of the Eiffel Tower, guess what? Somebody was taking a baguette up the old while checking out the Eiffel Tower.
That I would understand.
Let me tell you about Big Ben.
With you. How big was it?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I don't want you all to look at this if you don't want to, but let me be clear. This is not someone who was afraid of being seen in a compromising position.
No. Nobody wears undergarments like that and is being coerced.
And furthermore, how did they not think, what if someone comes in here?
I think that's what they were hoping.
How is that possible? You would get arrested.
This feels like voyeurism at play here.
It's so bad.
So much butt stuff.
So, because like,
wow.
Let's say you were feeling like really wild and wanted to do it out in public. You would be demure. You'd be like, "Oh,
here's. This is making me think. Is this a red herring? Does this say look over here? Like, is this a bait and switch?
They're creating a diversion?
Yeah. Could this be that? Are we doing this? Is that it? This seems very...
I hope so.
Very... what's the word? Like, sloppy.
I'll say.
You know?
Yeah, it does.
Nobody's that bad at covering up their tracks.
Lost his job, and now the Senate is doing an investigation.
Oh my God.
It was really...
He's going to make so much money on OnlyFans. That's fine. I mean.
Okay.
Wow.
I guess we should wrap it up. So should they.
I know. I'm like, everything is a sex joke now. Who's going to say it?
It's a sex joke.
Right. Oh my God.
I'm always sad when it's over because I have so much more to talk about, but okay.
We'll save it for next time. For another episode.
Yeah. I got a one-hit wonder to write, so
Yeah, I mean, come on. I would say they're not going to write themselves, but
they actually probably
sometimes they
kind of do. I should definitely include a Brain Candy lyric, though. Just for
like a little Easter egg, like a nod.
Yeah,
right.
Kids on Candy Club,
something like a brainiac.
Yeah. What? Just so I know, like, what genre do you go? Like pure pop, or is there like what other genre?
I think you were right when you were talking like Cupid Shuffle or Cha Cha Slide. That there needs to be like a fun beat to it. This is where I think Lincoln and Adam can really come in and like help you out with this. Get out some drums, like a do 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 do, like that. We need like something like that, and then whatever the version of like to the left real fast now, cha cha real slow now. Slide.
I could even get that guy to do like
to the right.
Like
cameo.
a bridge, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like
what if you
had
really made a
one
hit wonder featuring people who did one hit wonders? Oh my God.
That's actually the best idea ever.
Like We Are the World, but for one hit wonder.
A super group. Yeah, We Are the World. Sarah, that is so. How much do you want for this idea in case we do it?
Just give me a name in the liner notes, or
you just want
a shout
credit.
out. I just want a shout out.
That is a hilarious idea.
Because don't you think
We Are the World for one hit wonders?
One world. One hit. Wow. One world. One hit wonders of the world. Oh, come on.
This is so good.
This is one more glass of wine and this thing is done.
Right.
What are you going to do for the rest of the 11 months of the year?
Well, one thing we have to consider, and then I really will let you go, but is this TikTok element kind of changed the game for one hit wonders, I think, because you want it to be something that
it
does
has to be able to. Yes. So they call it cinematic audio.
Okay.
Have you heard this tune? Did you teach me this? Okay, somebody else did then. So it's audio that sounds almost like the soundtrack to our lives, where it's like cinematic audio. Like it would be the kind of audio that think like running through a field or sweeping, aerial shot over laughing in the park, like cinematic audio. And just a part of it, like an opening that sounds like, you know what? Full House opening vibes. That do-do-do-do, or maybe it's Family Matters that does that. Whatever happened to, or is that Full House or Family Matters? Yeah, it goes like, ba-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh wait, no, that's Full House. Predictability. But I feel like you're combining them.
I am. Those two overlap in my brain. But whatever, one of those. But that same kind of like, same kind of opening where it's like that sweeping
build up.
Yeah.
And then feel good.
Kind of thing could be that. Feel good? Yeah. Feel good? Maybe some instructions. This might need to be 2 songs. It's a whole album.
No, that's okay. I got a whole year. It's fine.
We're going in the studio. Okay.
Thanks for all your help. And wow. I mean, Monster, Dingo Baby, Murder in Boston, Wrongfully Accused, NASA's logo. We're Team Worm, not Team Meatball.
Yes. Yep.
I'll do a poll. Hearing aids. Get cracking with that.
Yeah.
Make them look cute.
Make cool ones. Yep.
If any of you are in the medical field, we would love to know what happens to our mouths.
Yeah.
Late in life.
Yeah. We have some theories. They're probably all wrong.
If you're on dating apps, whatever you do, do not date Brian Douchebag Johnson.
Right. Guaranteed his penis ain't a day younger than 50-something.
And if you're going to bang in public, don't do it in...
Don't post it in close
our
friends.
Sacred halls. You're saying just don't post it.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.